It is a winner-take-all. Game 7 for the NBA championship tonight at Paycom Center.
Haliburton's hurt right away when he fell. The NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City.
Do you view OKC as an all-time great team?
He's your finals MVP, gilgeous-alexander.
No.
After watching the NBA Finals, two things became very clear. One, God hates Indiana, and two, Gen Z really does drink less.
First of all, several of the guys had to be taught how to open a champagne bottle, and you can see all of those unopened beer bottles sitting there. Nobody touched them.
I haven't had drinks since February.
Back in my day, my world champions got drunk. They drank their faces off and they died of heart disease when they were 55 like men. Today's generation, a bunch of cowards.
My beer? It's got to be original.
A big fridge full of beer.
On Sunday night, we watched one of the worst endings to one of the better NBA Finals series in decades. We were in the first quarter of Game 7, the first Finals Game 7 since 2016, and then this bullshit happened to Tyrese Haliburton.
Good contest from Dort. Haliburton falls down. He looks hurt. Here comes SGA the other way, inside.
The greatest Denzel Washington in sports is, of course, injury. Actually, in this case, the injury was a giant unequalizer, a subtractor. The Subtractor, starring Tyler Perry, as a counter to Denzel's equalizer, is exactly what we got for Game 7 after Haliburton went down. Not immediately after, the Indiana Pacers gave us hope for a quarter and a half. They made us believe anything can happen in sports.
Blocked by Siakam.
For approximately 17 more minutes before reality kicked in following halftime as the Thunder won their first NBA championship for the city of Oklahoma, 103-91, joining only the Chicago Bulls as teams to win 84-plus games in a single season with the playoffs included. Today, I will reveal the real winners and losers of the NBA Finals here on That's Good Sports. And Thunder fans, you can use this clip to fuel your team next season, as they probably repeat.
I think that they're an all-time great defensive team.
Thank you.
The Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant would have beaten them.
Thank you.
I believe the San Antonio Spurs with Duncan, Ginobili and those boys would have beaten them.
Thank you.
I believe the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe would have beaten them.
It doesn't feel real.
Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 760,000 subs by the end of June. Don't know if we're going to make it happen. There are two great ways to support this channel, though. Either by purchasing my coffee over at benchwarmershop.com, or you can sign up as a YouTube member or on Patreon. The Patreon link's below. Every month for Patreon members, all $10, the $10 tier members, we do a monthly hangout via Zoom. And you get access to the Discord community as well. So, if you wanna do it, Patreon, YouTube memberships, Discord. The fantasy leagues will be happening at the end of the summer as well. Those are for the $20 members. But I haven't promoted Patreon for a while, and we have a lot of fun together every month. Let's begin with the winning country.
They are breeding fucking dogs down there.
You're damn right.
No, not the USA, Canada.
SGA, Nimhart, Mathurin, and then Luke Doris. I'm thinking about moving my damn family to Canada because I want my boys to have some of that damn intensity in their bloodstream.
Dort has to hoist one up, and he knocks it down!
Holy shit, if Canada is this good at producing NBA players, should we start looking to El Paso, Texas for our next Wayne Gretzky? Or the Caribbean for our next Josh Allen? The winning baby, Minnie Hartenstein, reminding us where the phrase, "I slept like a baby" came from. It's hard to believe that cute little baby has the DNA to grow up to be 7 fucking feet tall.
I'll throw him out tomorrow.
Winning stat? Holy shit, this might be one of the greatest winning stats ever. He didn't even finish the first quarter, but Tyrese Haliburton, even with the early exit, finished the game with more three-pointers made than any other player. I think this puts into perspective how much we, the fans, were robbed by this injury. We're the real victims here, the fans. It's like all of us literally experienced more pain than even Haliburton when you think about it. Winning invasion of privacy, ESPN, who wouldn't stop following TJ McConnell like a stalker. I think if that woman hadn't told them to stop filming, that ESPN camera would have followed TJ into the locker room, the shower, the team plane, and into his bedroom at night until he finally fell asleep and dreamed the dreams of a man who just lost Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Winners? The small market teams. It may not be as sexy, but having small market teams win and create star players builds the foundation for a stronger NBA in the future. Before Steph Curry was Steph Curry, he was an undersized Nepo baby from Davidson that took ill-advised threes.
Many guys that will back up to take the three instead of trying to get to the basket.
Right in your face, 2 feet behind the three-point line. I mean, there's no defense for this.
He made progressively deeper playoff runs in 2013 and 14 and finally won the championship in 2015. Does that sound like anyone else you know?
He'll backpedal a three for the win, and gilgeous-alexander on a foul.
ESPN can bitch about the lack of star power in these finals, but I like to think we watched the birth of stars in SGA and Haliburton. If you've ever seen a birth, it is not pretty, but that doesn't mean it won't grow into something beautiful. Losers, those idiots who wrote Greek mythology, specifically the hero Achilles. After watching Aaron Rodgers' Achilles explode on Monday Night Football 2 years ago, I can diagnose that injury while having a blood alcohol content level of Patrick Mahomes' dad. Boom! You thought the Chiefs were safe since this is an NBA episode. Wrong. They won't be safe until I'm dead. Probably by the hands of Patrick Mahomes Sr. Now, I gave an audible "ah" to my TV when I saw the replay of Haliburton. The shitty part is, when he went down, he turned the ball over too. Which begs the question, should players practice ball security while getting hurt? What, somebody had to ask. Dame tore his Achilles in the postseason, as did Jason Tatum. That is the most Achilles tears to key players in any sports postseason ever. I didn't look it up, but you know that is accurate, okay? So again, fuck Greek mythology. Achilles was not a hero. He's an all-too-real villain. Another loser, the number 0. Is the number 0 in the NBA cursed? 0. The combined number of games Tyrese Haliburton and Jason Tatum are probably playing next season as well. Winning idea? Me. I think finals teams should get one superstar reserve player on deck in case their star player gets hurt in a Game 7. For example, if SGA went down, they could have plugged in Jokic. It has to be a player from your own conference, and the team gets to pick whoever they want, but it's kept a secret from the fans. And to make shit super titillating, that player is then dropped in from the rafters, like the Nuggets mascot. Okay, maybe that's a bad idea, but the excitement of the reveal would feel like a WWE event. Jokic is also a bad choice because we all know he's not leaving his horse once the offseason begins. But you get the point. OKC could have had Anthony Edwards in reserve or Luka Doncic in case SGA went down. The Pacers should have been able to insert Caitlin Clark to finish the game as soon as Haliburton tore his Achilles. Why not play the real best basketball player in the state of Indiana? Losers? The Seattle Supersonics. Not only were all of their former players in the NBA postseason, but KD got traded hours before Game 7, all while the city that stole their team won a championship. The Baltimore Ravens, of course, did it twice to the city of Cleveland, and I feel the same thing might happen for Supersonic fans. Winners? The words, what if? What if Tyrese Haliburton didn't get hurt in the first quarter after draining 3 straight threes? Will go down as one of the all-time great what-ifs in NBA history. Right next to the what if Magic Johnson's Johnson was actually Magic? Wait, that's not right. I'm sorry. It kind of is magic because he made it disappear. The what if I'm referring to, though, is what if the Portland Trail Blazers drafted Michael Jordan in 1984 instead of David Bowie's son, Sam? We will never know, but it's going to haunt Pacers fans forever. Losers? Now, they haven't worked together in a decade, and yet it was still somehow Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless who had an all-time bad tweet, even for Skip. At least this tweet took some heat off of the video of him and his wife Ernestine discussing their celebrity hall pass.
I've always loved Al Pacino.
She would sleep with him tonight.
I love Al Pacino. I met him once.
I love it. You bite me. I love it.
Wow, that's a strange thing I'm discovering.
Stephen A, though, still only has one tool in his bag, and it's yelling. And even his co-hosts are getting tired of it.
I'm not disagreeing with Perk per se, but he's really annoying me today. And I'm going to tell you why Perkins is annoying me. It's very, very, very different. And he knows this.
Because you yell something doesn't mean it's true. That's
He just finished saying that.
Al, if you're watching,
Al,
you can have her
I don't have to have a kid.
tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
Free.
Come the wet ass owl. I'm everybody's daddy.
The halftime show was this.
What the fuck is this halftime, dude? She won a Grammy? Please look at the Instagram story that she posted 2 weeks ago.
Girls must come together as one.
I don't think the Thunder expected this series to go to 7 games. They clearly only budgeted for 3 halftime shows. Losing reporter, Fred or Matthew?
Fred, second row here.
Matthew. His name is not Fred. His name is Matthew. It's a cover-up name.
Holy shit, Isaiah Hartenstein hates Fred or Matthew. Losers, exciting whites don't get you nearly as buzzed in the NBA Finals as they do in the Super Bowl. Before the game officially got out of reach for the Pacers, 33-year-old point guard DJ McConnell kept them in the game pretty much single-handedly. He had the winning run of the game in the third. He scored 10 of his 16 points on 5 consecutive drives. Once he made his 5th shot, OKC defended him out of the rest of the game. And an even less exciting white ultimately got the last laugh as Alex Caruso became the latest contributor to trying to destroy LeBron's legacy.
How much better does this one feel?
Yeah, now I got a real one. Now nobody can say anything.
Don't underestimate NBA fans' ability to invalidate any championship, bubble or not. Losers, all the homophobes who can't stand the fact that the NBA doubled down on Pride Month and allowed guy-on-guy hand-holding all series. Grow up, guys. Losing memes, Haliburton's choke and Pascal Siakam's channeling Satan for Game 6. Siakam channeled demons from another plane and took Jalen Williams' soul, all for nothing.
It's like it sucked the soul out of us.
We had 2 of the greatest moments imaginable, an all-time celebration and proof hell is real. And while these 2 shots will still get passed around, they would have lived on forever had Indiana won. And as funny as this tweet was, Chet Holmgren gets my Unhung Hero Award, going to the most underappreciated player in the series. Chet had 5 blocks in Game 7, which was the most for any NBA Game 7 performance ever. Despite looking like the only player on the Thunder actually from Oklahoma, he's a very talented ball player. My winning tweet, well, that goes to McNeil. God, Stephen A is getting roasted this week, and he deserves it. Losing Barber, whoever this guy goes to, I think this is the first time I've seen someone grow a mustache on the back of their head, but I kind of respect it. Winning tax evasion, the Thunder, who were the first team in 4 years that won the championship without paying the luxury tax. Now, people kept joking about how young the Thunder's roster was because they didn't know how to pop champagne.
There weren't bottles being popped like you normally see. Do we miss that? And how much?
I mean, first of all, none of us knew how to do it. It was more like, those like YouTube tutorials. And so we were just asking AC how to do it. Shout out to AC for kind of teaching us how to pop champagne, I guess.
And Jalen Williams didn't like the taste of beer.
Hands on the team!
I haven't had a drink since February.
They did enter the season with the youngest roster in the league at age 24.1, just ahead of Portland. To earn a championship with the barely legal roster is a massive win for the Thunder front office.
When we do get back to the postseason, we want it to be an arrival and not an appearance. We don't want a position where we get there, but we have no way to get back.
It's also the best anti-alcohol ad a major sports league has accidentally ever produced. You booze, you lose, kids, and you never drink that dog shit tasting Michelob Ultra. Imagine being Michelob Ultra, sponsoring this post game by having your beer there and getting that. And I don't blame you, Jalen. I can't believe they didn't have a real drink out there for you like Capri Sun.
But for now, I got my Michelob Ultra joints.
We don't want a position where we get there, but we have no way to get back.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
My winners are the winners, because if the team with the best record in the NBA lost, they would have lost to the lowest seeded team to win an NBA championship in 30 years. Before the season started, the Pacers' odds to win the championship were around plus 6,600. And somehow, right before the playoffs started, their odds got even worse. Losers, the math manipulators, who gave them worse odds once the playoffs began. And somehow, while even being dead-ass wrong, the math nerds were somehow ultimately right with their goddamn odds. They were listed at plus 8,000 the day before the playoffs kicked off. For reference, that's 150% worse than the current odds of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson becoming our next president, who is at plus 5,000.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
And my winning player, SGA, obviously, he won the scoring title this year. He was league MVP, won a championship, and was named finals MVP. Oh yeah, and he's about to make about $300 million. He had 29 points and 12 assists in Game 7. It wasn't his best performance, but that should tell you how damn good he has been all season. A dude puts up 29 points and you're not impressed because we expect closer to 40 from him. SGA surpassed Michael Jordan by 1/10 of a point at 32.7 points per game, which is the most in a title-winning season. Winning offense and defense, the Thunder. Complimentary ball after Game 7. They did finish the season with the highest point differential in NBA history, finishing plus 1,247, which means SGA and their offense complemented their relentless defense all year long. They remind me of the 2013 Seahawks and how aggressive their defense is, but with the flag-drawing ability of Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady on offense. I hope other teams take note and deploy the molest our opponent every single play, because they can't flag us every time approach this coming season in the NBA. Winning the future, the Thunder, who are poised to be great for a long time. SGA, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Williams are all about to get extended. Plus, OKC has 7 first-round draft picks in the next 3 drafts, including number 15 overall this week. Somehow they built the juggernaut of a team and fleeced every trade partner along the way while doing it. They can draft and replace any of their role players who eventually leave and keep their insane depth that carried them to the top. Winners, the NBA. They had 7 different teams win a championship in the last 7 years. Sure, there's been no dynasty talk, but do you know what's better than a dynasty debate? Literally almost any other sports debate conversation you can have. And I hate to call out any of the Pacers. They put up a respectable fight without the NBA's poster child of autoerotic asphyxiation. But when Haliburton only played roughly 6 minutes and scored more points than Miles Turner, Obi Toppin, and Aaron Naismith, I have to give the supporting cast an L. Luckily, the Thunder fly under the national radar, which I think is a great thing, Oklahoma. It's also a shame because the more I hear from your players, the more I like you guys.
When you're old and washed like me, you're like, I did that. Is there one thing that you'll take great satisfaction in from this run?
Nothing's more precious than time, I think. We've had team dinners after we've lost, plane don't take off till 4 a.m. and we sit on the runway, like all those like cool times where we were present with each other and like had fun, played Boo-Ray on the plane, Uno, listen to music together, like all that stuff. I'm happy that I did that with this team. I think that's why we were so good. Like all the off the court stuff is stuff that I'll remember.
Losing hope Pacers fans. While OKC's future seems brighter than that white flash of light we're all going to see before the nukes go off, I don't think Pacers fans can feel that same optimism. I mentioned the odds the Pacers defied to reach the finals, and now an instrumental piece in getting them there has to rehab a terrible injury. They reached the finals just once with Reggie Miller and also lost, and it feels like they have an uphill battle to get back there again, let alone even win. And my final winner, basketball players from Serbia named Nikola. You better watch out, Jokic, because this Justin Bieber-looking Nikola just tied you in rings.
Better than nothing.
She's available tonight.
I'll even buy him another Izod shirt.
I won't say a word. Complete hall
Whatever.
pass.
Hall pass,
Free
yeah.
pass.
Thanks for watching the real winners and losers of the NBA Finals. A great series. Congrats to both teams. Congrats to basketball, and congrats to you. All of you. God bless America, and fuck Canada for winning the NBA.